Let's start with a question. Is it possible for you to architect the life that you love? Before we jump right into some of the new framework, hear this very clearly. Whether the life you love includes the body that you really meld with, the perfect partner that meets you in all areas, is it the work that you love and brings you a tremendous amount of joy, or to the cash flow that supports your purpose in this world? It's not just for the lucky few, it is for all of us. As people start stepping into their realities, they struggle. They struggle with that new reality. And I've watched people arrive into our classes, and they come in stuck and they come in out of alignment. They don't know the next steps. They don't recognize the new doorways. And when they release their survival patterns and start creating from the creator self, life will start reorganizing. And this is where confusion happens because it doesn't come in expected. It isn't coming in on the old structures. It's going to unfold in a natural form. And the key is to recognize that the new formulas are going to show up and that you step into them and don't shut them down because they're not familiar. So, one of the things that stands out is that most of us are inherited the social norm that working harder is the key to our fulfillment and our happiness. So, it kind of sounded like this: get a good education, go to college, work hard, work your way up the corporate ladder, work your way to the corporate framework. And when you do this, you'll get everything else you need: the right partner, the right house, the right neighborhood, the right car, all this joy and happiness, especially based around material. And that is what the structure wants you to follow. The old structure wants you to stay in that framework because it can control you with those mechanisms. So once you have the car and the family and the spouse and you're not happy, the system doesn't know how to help you. You sit there in anxiety, frustration, overwhelm because it doesn't actually encourage you to tap into your inner knowing, your inner purpose, your inner voice, your inner gift. And that's when frustration really starts to build. So to this point, you did all the right things that you were taught, but you still don't feel fulfilled. And I'm guessing that's one of the reasons why you're listening to this video. So let's check in really quick. How many feel that you were hard workers? I was raised on a dairy farm. I get hard work. And many of you have already had the life. How many of you already have the life that you truly love? Effort alone doesn't deliver our destiny. Listening to the old survival patterns doesn't bring you into your destiny. The truth is you don't need more of that grind. You don't need to be working harder in what doesn't bring you joy. You need a brand new vehicle that's going to bring you into that life. You can't architect the life that you love with the tools that are only meant for coping, managing, surviving, and those strategies will not ever carry you into creatorhood, into your next realm, your next stage of life. The other thing is really common that we were mostly taught to get by, how to be responsible, how to manage life, how to manage obstacles and chaos, and that those things were signs that we don't have the power, we don't have the right to the things we want, we don't have the capability, we're unworthy, we don't have the support, we don't have the knowledge, we just don't have in order to get what we truly desire. And bless the people who taught us that. They gave us what they could. They taught us what they knew. But if they were only surviving and not thriving, what could they really teach us about architecting the life that we love? This is a journey I myself have had to go on, and it's been a journey. So there's a lot of things that I've uncovered in that journey. So I was definitely raised to work hard, get your college degree, blah, blah, blah. And I will tell you, that is not what brought me happiness. So these old men, just put aside the old methods, the half-finished programs on your shelf, the advice that's running through your head right now that came from your teachers, your parents, your bosses, your friends, society, whoever. And let's just open the space for you to hear the message of what makes up some of this framework. First of all, creation turns on when you move from separateness into oneness. This is not a philosophy. Experience will actually strip away the roles, our inherited identities and limiting frameworks. All of that starts being stripped away as we look through the layers of that binary world, that polar world of black and white, right and wrong. And you start finding what's the truth for you. this communion with your truth, with your inner soul divine, this specific and is very specific and direct and personal. By contrast, space and time was all about the duality. This is where we're coming from. We refine that truth and we step into unity. We step out of the polarity. We each are starting to project and connect in with our higher self, grounding it into this physicalness. And this is how we manifest. This is how we manifest what we want, our true heart's desires. So in the masterclass, we're going to cover 3 alchemical secrets and how to determine where you are in the creation of your reality. Because a lot of people are very lost in this process. Because as I mentioned, it's brand new. And a lot of people aren't recognizing the doorways as they show up. So, number 1, your focus creates your reality. Simple enough. Number 2, belief creates your reality. Now it's confusing. And number 3, what you think you're focused on is often not what you're actually focused on. And this is a real strong alchemical teaching and how we break through all the old structures so you can really focus on what is true to you. So when you join us in the master class, you'll get some of this depth of this wisdom so you can start seeing for yourself where you're actually pulling yourself out of your focus. In general, people right now are really just surviving. The chaos is so high. 2025 has been on steroids, and people are literally hanging on by their fingernails, right? Like the cat hanging onto the tree. It's like they're in so much unknown that they're not realizing chaos actually opens up the door to the unfamiliar and is calling you forward. So the people that do tend to really enjoy our classes, because we have Journey of the Soul classes and Architect the Life You Love. The first type typically are really craving clarity. And a lot of times they're actually standing at a crossroad right now for a huge decision. And they want to make sure they've got clarity, that they're really tapped in to what is their truth before they make a big move. And so this is the place to come for that, because we're going to weave through what you're focused on and what you're not and get clarity. Second, you can feel there's something in the way, but you can't quite name it and you can't quite clear it. So you've done the clearing work, the healing work, you've done yoga, mindset, you've done maybe Reiki, you've journaled, you've meditated, but there's still this invisible interference that you cannot put your finger on. And it keeps running in the background. And you are so done with it and you're ready to clear what you haven't been able to see. Number 3, you've been carrying around a lot of pressure, frustration, anxiety, depression, whatever it is on the inside. And it's really blowing up your nervous system. So you're, in essence, looking calm on the outside, or you think you are, but you're literally blowing up on the inside. These people are ready to step through the doorway to release that anxiety and that pressure before they literally blow up or blow up the loved ones around them. And the 4th type is, you are meant for more. You can feel it at every cell in your body. Your next level is calling you forward. You're ready for a full reset, a real breakthrough, not just a great weekend. You're ready to come back on Monday and you're going to do something brand new. You are done with the old patterning and you're ready to move on. With this group of people, what's common is they usually don't realize that they're not broken and that they don't lack discipline. It's the structure that they've been in, the structure that we've been taught how to survive is what's still lingering and holding them back through the old belief structures, programs, and egoic structures. So now they're ready to step through those hoops and stop looping back through the survival patterns. In the masterclass, we're going to really start working on rewiring that and bringing it into your awareness where you're stuck so you can break free from that looping. We'll step into connecting to your inner truth to hold and capture that power so you can create your own structure, so you can recognize it when it shows up, when the doorways are opening for you. We're also going to cover the 6 truths that we need to own in order to actually step into creating the life that we love. There's some key things that we need to be doing. We're also going to dive in and touch on the 5 most common characteristics that architects who are currently living the life they love, they own, and they live by. And this is a good guide for anybody stepping into this arena of what that looks like and how to hold that, how to really hold your joy and your vision in front of you and follow these steps. So, if all of this sounds very interesting for you, if you're really curious, click the link below. Join us for the masterclass. It'll be about 4 hours long. We'll take you through some steps, bring you into a quantum meditation, and we're going to help you break through all this chaos of 2025 and get you set up for 2026. Because we have really been through it this year. I'm guessing a lot of you have been, and we are ready, so ready to step into 2026 and set this world on fire. Join us, click below. Look forward to seeing you soon.